Leah Ware was reported as a missing person to Sussex Police by Kent Police after they found prescription medication belonging to Leah in a vehicle owned by Mark Brown. We started a missing person investigation, and it became apparent quite quickly that nobody had seen or heard from Leah for quite some time, up to 6 months. As we started to look in more detail at her mobile phone usage, her financial transactions, her interactions with medical professionals, and also with her friends and family, we became increasingly worried that something bad had happened to her. We knew that Leah had been in a relationship with Mark Brown for some time, and that she'd lived in a caravan and then in a shipping container on a farm that Mark Brown rented outside of Hastings. From the investigations that we carried out, it became apparent that Mark Brown would have been the last person to see Leah before she disappeared, and yet he'd reported no concerns and hadn't mentioned anything to the police or anyone else about what had happened or why she had disappeared. In the months after her disappearance, Mark Brown made efforts to make it appear that Leah was still alive. He collected her medication regularly, and also he made financial transactions using her bank account. His behaviour did create suspicions, as he gave many conflicting accounts of what had happened to Leah and why people didn't see her. He suggested that she'd been admitted to hospital, and then when concerned friends said that they wanted to go and visit her, he told them that they wouldn't be able to see her. All the people we've spoken to about Leah have been very clear about her love of animals. One of the things that Mark Brown did after her disappearance was give away one of her dogs. Everyone that we've spoken to agrees that she would never allow anything to happen to any of her animals or be given away were she alive. Although we've never found Leah's body, we've always been confident that she's come to harm at the hands of Mark Brown. And whilst no body homicides are incredibly rare and difficult to prove, through really strong partnership working with our colleagues at Kent Police and with the Crown Prosecution Service, we're able to build a really strong case that demonstrates that Mark Brown is responsible for Leah's death. Leah was a loving and trusting young woman. Sadly, her life wasn't without difficulties, and she became dependent on Mark Brown, and he used that to his advantage until ultimately it led to her death.